The Aspire Trust is an arts organisation that works within the community, children's centres and schools. Aspire uses arts to create positive outcomes for children and young people across a huge range of settings.
The opportunity to work with people from the wider children's workforce was a real opportunity for us to channel their talents to working with our more difficult to manage, our more vulnerable children.
You could not meet the needs of the children at this school or any school nationally without a wide range of provision, and the practitioners and the staff who do learning, mentoring and counselling and support.
I think the differences I can make from doing the workshops, the drumming workshops for kids is just remarkable. It sort of improves their self-confidence. I mean, I don't see it as a way of making musicians teaching drumming. I really enjoy doing it, but it's a social thing, so they're involved in something, they find out they can actually do something. Virtually anyone can drum.
When they were invited to the performance and they actually got on stage in front of, there was probably about 100 people, you know, children and adults watching on our big stage downstairs, and the buzz that they got off performing, you know, the buzz I got from just watching them, you know, and it was just great. And that for months later, they kept saying, when's Andy coming back? When's Martin coming back? When's Nikki coming back?
Children express themselves through a variety of different creative languages, and it's kind of enabling them to express their ideas, their understandings about the world through a variety of different forms, through painting, drawing, sculpture, anything like that. You know, if they can't particularly express themselves through words, it gives them another outlet, basically, another language.
Not everybody is able to work with school children, and it is the case that, you know, we have had some failures, and there have been people who've come in who have just not been suited to working in a school environment. I think that's part of taking chances. As a head teacher, I think it's important that we do take risks.
So I think it's vital, first, that parents understand that somebody from outside the school is coming into work. Parents are reassured that this person is CRB checked and knows all the school procedures for dealing with various problems that will arise, and that there is a mutual understanding that they can share information backwards and forwards, because I don't think that any of the projects would have been as successful if the artists and musicians hadn't been aware of potential problems.
I think that as an artist and as part of the wider children's workforce, I think it's really important that the work that myself and other people around me that do is really valued and is integrated into lots more settings as well, because it obviously has a lot of power, it has a lot of potential as well, and can really marry up well with educators alongside each other as well. So it's kind of crossing over skills and crossing over different art forms as well.
I think it's essential that we develop over the next 5-10 years at least a workforce for children that draws on every single aspect of society possible. That means teaching and learning and pedagogical relationships, if you like, don't just exist in buildings or institutions. They exist outside those buildings. They exist in the wider workforce, in artists, in musicians, in performers, in architects, in scientists, in every nook and cranny of society. And if we exclude our children from engaging in those moments, then their education is, I think, fundamentally flawed.